week's sponsor is Monster Energy. Unleash the beast.
Welcome to this week's show of Mano y Mano. I'm Jason, aka J-Ro.
I'm Nick, aka Wolfman.
We're doing the UFC 141 predictions. Las Vegas, Nevada. Friday, December 30th.
MGM Grand Garden Arena.
And just remember, it's at 7 o'clock this time.
Yes.
UFC changed the time from 6 to 7, basically because they weren't getting as many pay-per-view hits or pay-per-view buys. So, 7 o'clock.
Yes.
A lot of fights on the card.
Yep, I want to say 11.
Let's get to it.
Yep.
First fight being contested at 145 pounds. This fight is on Facebook. We got Manville, the Anvil, Gambrian, also known as the Pitbull, versus
Diego, the Gun, Nunez.
a little bit about Manny. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. Good fighter, very good fighter. His cousin is called Parisian.
Yes.
Basically, Gambrian is a judo wrestler. It's pretty much his background. He's actually a decent stand-up fighter, but I mean, he needs a setup to take down and go from there.
Yeah. All right, now Diego is coming off a loss against Kenny Florian, and that was for the number one contender fight, I want to say. Winner went against
Aldo.
Yeah, Jose Aldo. Nunez, obviously coming off the loss against Florian. He's a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter and Muay Thai stand-up. So, clinch, some knees in there. Yeah, he's a good fighter. He's fighting out of Nogueira camp.
Yes. Who are you going with?
Nunez.
I agree. I think it sucks because you get to that three losses in a row, you may get cut.
Especially with the merger going on with Strikeforce and everything. There's a lot more fighters, so money's tight.
Sorry, Manny. You're going to get cut. Next fight. Next fight. This fight is also on Facebook.
Yes.
We have, Matthew Riddle?
Yes. Versus Luis Ramos.
This fight is contested at 170 pounds. You see Matthew Riddle, his nickname is Monster Mash. He is basically a wrestler, Ultimate Fighter fame.
Season 7, I want to say.
Yeah, he's on a 2-fight losing streak. Again, you get to that 3-fight point. I don't know what happens.
All right, Luis Ramos. Most of his wins are off decision, so based off that, you can kind of say he can be a boring fighter at times. His recent loss was against Eric Silva. All-around fighter. His fight's contested at 170, welterweight. So, who do you got?
I'm hoping Monster Mash Riddle.
Yeah, I don't want to see Riddle. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's a very cool guy, very respectful. He actually sits down and talks to you not only about life, but about his career. Very cool guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him twice.
Yep. So, Matt Riddle?
Chipper.
Cool. Both of us agree.
Next fight, we got Jacob Christmas Volkman versus
Efren Hecho en Mexico Escudero.
Made in Mexico.
Yes, translation.
Basically, Volkman, he has a 4-fight win streak. He's a wrestler, really good fighter, you know.
Yeah. All right. Escudero, second stint in the UFC. Got cut a while back. I had to go.
Ultimate Fighter fame again.
Yes, exactly. Had to go through that whole ordeal of trying to make your name again. He is riding a 2-fight win streak, and his style of fighting is kickboxing and wrestling.
And this fight is at 155 pounds.
Lightweight.
Also on Facebook.
Yes.
Who are you rolling with?
Escudero.
Sorry.
Brings it to 3 fights.
I disagree. Volkman is a much better fighter. He has more skills than Efren. I'm going with Christmas Volkman.
How can you deny a kid that has Hecho en Mexico for his nickname? That's all I gotta say. All right, next fight.
Next fight, we have Dong Young Kim, the stun gun,
versus Sean Pearson.
This fight is also on Facebook, 170 pounds.
Welterweight.
Dong Young Kim coming off a loss to Carlos Condit.
Woo-wee! That was sick.
Tell him what happened.
Flying knee. Homeboy, it was done.
It was Dunsky's first round. I mean, I had the pleasure of being at that fight. Man, what a flying knee.
It was sick.
Dong Young Kim is a very, very good fighter. That's why it was so surprising that he went out like that.
Yes.
He's basically judo, kickbox, kickboxer, good fighter.
Now Pearson. His most recent fight was against Jake Ellenberger.
Got knocked out.
Badly. Yeah, badly. Alright, so he is mainly a wrestler. So, Dong Young Kim versus a wrestler. I'm going with Dong Young Kim.
I agree. I don't even think this is a fight, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. I think Dong Young Kim comes back strong.
Yeah, I think so too. You can't get fighting you twice. Come on now.
Who knows?
Alright, next fight.
Next fight. We have Anthony Kawani.
There we go. Versus Danny Last Call Castillo.
This fight is being contested at 155 pounds, and it's the last fight on Spike TV.
Alright, yeah.
It's on Spike TV.
Yeah, Spike TV. There we go. Yeah.
So basically, a little bit about Andrew Kawani. He's known as the Assassin. He's basically a Muay Thai guy. He's coming off a win versus Andre Winner.
Yes.
Good fighter, young talent.
Alright. Danny Castillo, Last Call. Trains Alpha Male with Uriah, all those guys, TJ
Money.
Dylan Shaw, yeah, Money Mendez. Wrestler. But last victory against Shamar Bailey.
He destroyed him.
Yeah, he looked amazing, phenomenal. We picked him, by the way. That was a couple fights ago. Yeah, but in this fight, who do you got?
This is a tough fight. A tough fight. I mean, it's honestly a toss up. Based on the wrestling of Danny Castillo, his fighting or his stand up is really good.
Getting better and better.
Based on the camp,
Yes.
I think Danny Castillo wins this fight.
I think Last Call wins this as well. I think he takes him down. Ground and pound.
On to the next fight.
Yes.
It's being contested at 155 pounds.
Lightweight.
Also on Spike TV.
Yeah, last time. It's ever going to be on Spike.
We have Ross, the real deal Pearson.
Versus Junior Sun Sao.
Basically, Ross Pearson, Ultimate Fighter fame. Decent fighter, all around game.
Yeah.
He's coming off a loss to, I want to say, Barboza.
Yes. Edson Barbosa. Yes.
So he's a good fighter. We'll see what happens. He's kind of Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
We'll see which Ross Pearson shows up.
All right, now Sun Sao. He's 14-4, riding a 7-fight win streak. Yeah, he's a good fighter. He is mostly Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai. So when it comes down to it, is it going to be a stand-up fight or is it going to be Jiu-Jitsu or what's it going to be? What do you got?
I'm going with the Santos.
I am too.
I think he keeps
8.
8-win streak.
Yep.
Next fight. This is the first of the pay-per-view portion of the fight.
The main card.
It's contested at 145 pounds. We have Nam Pham
Versus Jimmy Hetz.
Nam Pham, all-around fighter. Again, Ultimate Fighter fame. He's coming off a win over Leonard Garcia. They actually gave him the win this time.
Yeah, he didn't get robbed like last time.
If you guys saw that last fight with Leonard Garcia, I mean, Nam Pham won that fight. He won this fight. He looked real good. That's pretty much it.
All right, Jimmy Hetz, the kid. He's coming off a win against Bruce Leroy, Alex Caceres. He's mainly jiu-jitsu and judo, so he's pretty strong in the ground area. Tell you the truth, I think he isn't gonna handle his own in the stand-up.
I agree. I think Nam wins this fight.
I think so too.
He looked really good against Leonard.
Yeah, he did. He was in there, crisp, boxing. It was good.
So, next fight.
Next fight.
Being contested at 205 pounds, light heavyweight.
Yes.
We have Vladimir Matashenko, the janitor.
Versus Alexander, the Mauler, Gustafsson.
Matashenko coming off a win versus Brills.
Yeah.
I believe he KO'd him.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good knockout.
Matashenko, decent stand-up, but he's known as a wrestler.
Yeah.
But he's been in the game for a long time.
All right, now Gustafsson, the Mauler, coming off a win against Matt Hamill.
Retired him.
Yes, TKO'd him. It was pretty bad. It was bad. All right, well, he's an all-around fighter.
Yeah.
So it's all around. Where's it gonna go?
Stand-up, a wrestler.
Yep.
Who you rolling with?
Going with the youngster, Gustafsson. I think
I-
the Mauler beats him.
I agree as well. I think Gustafsson wins this fight. On to the next one.
Here we go.
It's being contested at 170 pounds.
Yes.
We have John Finch.
Versus Johnny Hendricks.
John Finch, first fight back from injury. Coming off a draw with BJ.
Yep.
Tough fight. It was a tough fight. You know, I honestly think Finch won that fight. Sorry, BJ. But, you know, Finch comes ready to fight.
AKA.
Yes. Very good camp.
It can't be.
He's a wrestler, but, I mean, his stand-up is good.
Yeah, it is.
He didn't look good against GSP, but who does look good against GSP?
That's true. All right, now Johnny Hendricks. He's riding a 2-fight win streak. This guy, he's getting better stand-up wise. He only has one blemish on his record, and he is a solid wrestler though. So this is a classic wrestler on wrestler. So they might just stick it to the ground the whole fight.
Yeah, Hendricks actually asked for this fight as well.
Yeah, because he's moving up in the ranks. He's been fighting some pretty top-rated guys.
I mean, I wouldn't want to ask to fight Finch. I mean, he's a tough guy.
Yeah, he is.
In my opinion, he's up there, number 1, number 2 contender at 170 pounds.
Yeah.
Who are you rolling with?
I think John Finch wins this fight.
I think Finch comes back strong.
Yeah.
Next fight, being contested at 155 pounds.
Yes.
We have Nate Diaz
Versus Donald Cowboy
Cerrone.
Cerrone.
Nate Diaz obviously comes from a good camp with Nick Diaz, Melendez,
Cesar Gracie.
Cesar Gracie, all those guys, you know, Jake Shields. They got a real good camp up there.
Yeah.
He's coming off a win versus Gomi. He looked amazing. Absolutely amazing. Stand up, ground game. Nate is an all-around fighter. He's young. He's tough. He fights with a chip on his shoulder. Good fighter.
Cowboy, all-around fighter. 6-fight win streak. Rear naked choke, Dennis Seaver, which was a guy that was moving up in the ranks. He was supposed to be the real deal. Choked him out. He looked phenomenal in that fight as well.
Cowboy comes from a great camp too with Greg Jackson.
Yeah, out there in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
I mean, I think this is going to be a great fight.
Yeah, especially if Nate Diaz of Last shows up to this fight, it's going to be a phenomenal fight.
It may be fight of the night.
Yes.
Let's just be honest. That's why it's a co-main event, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are you rolling with?
Cowboy!
I think if it stays on feet, Cowboy wins this fight. I hope he doesn't go to the ground with Nate, because Nate is just sick jits on the ground.
Come on.
That being said, I'm going to go with Cowboy.
There we go.
Very cool guy. I've actually had the pleasure of meeting both these guys. I'm going Cowboy.
Cowboy it is. All right, here it is.
Main
event, heavyweight time. So now we got who? Brock Lesnar versus
Alistair, the Ream, the Demolition Man, Overeem.
All right, so Brock Lesnar. Yeah, he got his butt whooped badly against Cain Velasquez to win the title back in Anaheim. Like I want to say it was over a year ago. He is just a big guy, wrestler, collegiate wrestler. His record doesn't really say much because you know he's still young in the fight. You know, just UFC in general. He used to be a professional wrestler for like WWE and all that stuff, but Brock's Brock. He's big guy, wrestler.
Brock too is coming off his second go around with the illness with his intestines and stuff like that. I mean, I'm glad he's back and healthy. How long is he going to be able to do this? I don't know. A little bit about Overeem. The Ream. He was out here at Extreme Couture, training at Extreme Couture. My dad actually had the pleasure of meeting him, sat down and talked with him. Very, very cool guy. He is a beast. He is a very, very big guy. He had to fly back to Holland. His mother was diagnosed with cancer, going through stuff like that. I wish her the best. So he moved his camp to Holland. He's going through some things right now with the drug tests, with the commission and stuff like that. I want to say he has to probably take like 5, 6, 7 drug tests.
Yeah, it's up there. There's a lot.
Before the fight in order to get licensed here in Nevada. I mean, it is what it is. He's been rumored to, suspicion, I should say, of taking performance-enhancing products.
Well,
and
when you're
stuff
cut
like
up
that.
like that, come on, everybody's gonna question it.
So I mean, it kind of sucks he has to go through that, but it is what it is. A little bit about his career. Made his name in Pride. You've seen him when he was smaller, fighting at 205. He's fought everybody who's everybody. Now that he's at heavyweight, they have the beasts here in the UFC. So I'm glad he's here in the UFC. I'm a big fan. I've thought Overeem was one of the top heavyweights in the world for quite some time now. He believes it as well. Here's his chance to prove it. He's in the UFC. Let's make it happen. He's probably one of the best strikers in the game. I mean, he's decent on the ground with his jiu-jitsu, his wrestling, and so on. Good kickboxer. He's fought K1. I mean, there's not enough I can say about the guy. He's just a beast. He's a big dude. Now, his cardio, another story. He looked really bad against Wardum.
Yes.
He won that fight, but he looked bad.
Yeah, he did.
He gassed out. I mean, he was afraid to go to the ground with Wardum.
Well, when you have Verdum on the floor begging him to go to the ground,
Yeah.
come on.
No excuse though. I mean, if you want to prove you're the best heavyweight in the world, you just got to take care of business. So, it just really sucks that Overeem had to leave Extreme Couture. I think being out here, that camp could have really helped him. I mean, because he's no longer with Golden Glory. I think it really could have helped him. I mean, he's posted stuff though that said that he's not gonna let anything bother him. That he's gonna show up and be at his best. Let's hope so. What do you got here?
I'm going with Brock. I'm taking the upset.
I think Brock's done. He has no chin.
I think he takes it into the later rounds, and I think he tires him out.
He has to.
And he's going to look just like he did against Verdum, and I think Brock pulls it off.
Brock has to take it to the ground. Has to.
Oh, regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to lean on him.
He can't stand up with Overeem. They'll be done.
He has to basically set up the takedown and lean on Overeem the whole time to try and wear him out. Can he do that? I don't think so. I don't even think this is a fight. I wouldn't be surprised if Overeem knocks him out in the first round. Best striker in the heavyweight division, Alistair Overeem, and you're going to see it.
So obviously you're picking Overeem.
Yes.
Okay. So there it is.
Again, Friday, December 30th, 7 o'clock.
UFC 141. MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Yep.
The Reem is coming. You guys are going to see it. Till next time, guys.
Signing out.